One of the most important church words we use is covenant. We talk about God's covenant with Noah and Abraham and Moses, the new covenant made by Jesus during the Last Supper, and the baptismal covenant that we celebrate every time there's a baptism. But what is a covenant, and why does it matter? I'm Reverend Ian Collier, and this is 2 Minute Methodism. In the Bible, a covenant is an agreement or a promise between two persons or nations. And there's actually two sorts of covenants that the Bible describes. The first is for when people get married or kings make an alliance. Today we might call these contracts or treaties. And this is a covenant between equals, a parity covenant. But there's actually a second sort of covenant as well. The technical term is a suzerainty covenant. This is when the two parties are not equals. This could be when a big kingdom is making a smaller kingdom their vassal or dependent, or when God, the creator of the universe, makes a promise to humans. In this situation, the more powerful party would be the one to hold both itself and its partner to the terms of their agreement. Now, normally, when a covenant was made, some animal would be sacrificed, cut in two, and to symbolize the agreement of the covenant, the two parties would walk between the halves of the animal. But in Genesis 15, God turns this on its head by making a covenant with Abraham in which God would be Abraham's God and bless him and bless the world through him. But God did not make Abraham walk between the cut animals. Instead, God's fire moved between the animals. This means that God signaled that God, God's self, was going to promise to be faithful, even if Abraham and his children weren't. Now, God might punish them, and he would, but the covenant would never be dissolved. When we think about covenants today, like the new covenant of forgiveness through Christ or the covenant of baptism, we are assured that in a covenant with God, even though we make promises and God will hold us to those promises on Judgment Day, no matter what, God, for God's promises, will always follow through.